You can do all the right things, eat better, move more, follow the plan. But if your inner voice is tearing you down every step of the way, how far can you really go? Most people focus on discipline, strategy, even accountability, but they never stop to ask, what kind of relationship do I have with my own inner voice? The truth is this: if your self-talk is harsh, critical, or filled with shame, no plan in the world will feel sustainable. You'll always find a way to sabotage it. What if the way you talk to yourself is the real reason you're stuck? And today I'm going to give you the tools to shift your inner dialogue. So let's dive into it.
You're listening to the Health, Tech, and Wellness Podcast, where we cut through the noise and get straight to what really works for real people. This is more than just losing weight. It's about gaining life and doing the things you never thought you could do, building lasting confidence and creating a body and mind you truly love. I'm your host, John Adams. I've spent years refining a transformative, sustainable plan that's realistic, balanced, and proven to work. And I'm on a mission to share the strategy that changed my life and help others build the life they truly deserve.
Welcome to episode 18 of the Health, Tech, and Wellness Podcast. I'm your host, John Adams. In today's episode, we're going to talk about something most people overlook completely: how to talk to yourself, especially when life is hard. Your fears, your doubt, your worst inner critic, the loudest bully in your life, your own mind, that voice in your head that's louder than any outside opinion, and often way more cruel. I'll show you how to shift that inner conversation and start speaking with the kind of clarity, compassion, and leadership that creates real, lasting change. This isn't just about being positive. It's about refusing to let that inner bully run the show. When I started this part of my life, the podcast, the morning motivation videos, the website, that inner bully was trying to stop me the entire time. Heck, he still tries every single day. And honestly, I don't think that voice ever completely goes away. But here's the difference: I'm in control now, not him. It wasn't that I didn't have ideas. It wasn't that I didn't have support. It was the voice in my own head. That voice that said, "No one cares. Why are you even doing this? You're not Mr. Fitness. You're not even at your goal weight yet." And even after I hit record the very first time, even after that very first video went out to the entire world, that voice didn't stop. It actually started to get more creative. Look at your views. It's only 20. Why bother? Your friends and family think you completely lost it. You're still overweight. People only care about the funny stuff. Nobody wants real health talk and serious mental health talk. They want the funny stuff. What are you doing? That's the part that almost stopped me. But I didn't stop because I realized this is way bigger than just me. And I reminded myself, living 95 doesn't have a finish line. It's not about being perfect. It's about being present. It's about showing up anyway. And every time I want to give in to that voice, I go back to the people I'm doing this for. People just like you. And the people that comment and reach out. Your comments and emails remind me why I started. They remind me who this is for. And they remind me that even if only one person is listening, it's worth it. Because the truth is this: I've come a long way. And no matter what that inner bully says about how I'm not qualified to help people, about how I still don't look the part, I tell them to shut up. And I remind myself of what's real. I've lost over 100 pounds. I've reversed my type 2 diabetes. My A1C dropped from a terrifying 13.4 to 5.5. I've lowered my blood pressure and my cholesterol to controllable levels. And more than anything, I feel better every single day. Heck, I feel 20 years younger. I don't feel perfect. I'm not done, but I'm alive. I'm energized and I'm clear. Not because I don't still hear that voice, but because I finally learned how to talk back to it. So now here's a 3-step strategy to start shifting your inner dialogue starting today. Number 1, name it. Before you can change how you talk to yourself, you have to recognize what voice you're even listening to. Because here's the truth. Not every thought you have is yours. Not every voice in your head deserves authority. Sometimes it's fear whispering lies. Sometimes it's shame screaming at you because of your old failures. Sometimes it's your ego trying to protect you from embarrassment by convincing you, don't even try. When you name the voice, you disarm it. Instead of thinking, I'm just a failure, say this. That's shame talking. That's not the truth. Naming the voice moves it from this is me to this is something that I'm experiencing. It creates a critical gap between you and the lie. And in that gap, you find freedom. It's no longer your identity. It's just an experience you're moving through. And when you can see it for what it is, you can start to lead yourself through it. Number 2, challenge it. Once you've named the voice, it's time to challenge what it's saying. Ask yourself one simple but powerful question. Would I say this to somebody that I love? Would you tell your best friend, you're pathetic, you're a failure, you'll never change? Would you say that to your child, to your spouse, or to somebody that you care about? Of course you wouldn't. So why are you saying it to yourself? Your inner critic isn't just harsh. It's often completely wrong. You're not your worst thought. You're not the worst thing that's ever happened to you. You're not the sum total of every mistake that you've ever made. You're bigger than your fear. You're stronger than your shame. You're more resilient than your past. Challenge that voice. Push back. Ask yourself this. Is this 100% true? Is this voice helping me grow or keeping me stuck? Whose voice is this really? Sometimes it's not even yours. Sometimes, and let's just be honest, it's voices from your past, your parents, school bullies. Think about it. When you challenge the lie, you start to dismantle the prison that you've built around you. Number 3, redirect it. This is the part that most people skip. You have to redirect the voice. You can't just silence the critic without redirecting it. You replace it with a new, stronger, wiser voice. Your voice. But not a voice of fake hype or empty positivity. Not, I'm amazing and perfect. Not denial. Instead, redirect it towards hope, grounded in truth. Speak to yourself like someone worth fighting for. I'm not where I want to be yet, but I'm still showing up. This is hard, and I'm still choosing to push forward. Progress over perfection. Forward is forward. Today's effort is tomorrow's strength. When you redirect your self-talk, you don't just feel a little better. You rewire your mind. New thoughts lead to new emotions. New emotions lead to new actions. And new actions lead to new results. It all starts with a conversation happening right inside of you now. And over time, slowly but surely, you become someone who believes in yourself, even in the hard days. Not because your inner bully's gone forever, but because your own voice has finally become louder than the doubt. When you change the way you speak to yourself, you change the way you show up in your life. You don't need permission to be kind to yourself. You don't need to hit a goal before you're allowed to believe in your worth. And you definitely don't need to wait for that inner critic to go silent. You lead the way. This is about inner leadership, the kind that says, I hear you, fear, but you're not in charge anymore. Start talking to yourself like someone who deserves peace, grace, and forward positive motivation, because you do. And if that inner bully gets loud today, I want you to have something ready. Have this ready in your back pocket, something that you can say back immediately. Here's one that you can borrow from me. I'm not my fear. I'm the fight. Say it. Mean it. Remind yourself you're stronger than the voice trying to hold you back. This week, don't just notice your self-talk. I want you to respond to it. Talk to yourself like someone worth fighting for, because you are. And if no one has told you lately, I'm proud of you for showing up. Not because it's easy, but because it matters. And as always, stay healthy, stay balanced, and keep driving forward. I'll see you next time.